These are 5 skincare brands counting on one thing. They are counting on you never turning the jar around to read the ingredient list. And these are 5 brands that hand you exactly what you paid for. The difference between the two groups is not the price, and it is not the story on the box. It is what sits inside the bottle and whether real published evidence backs it up. If you want the science instead of the sales pitch, subscribe now, because on this channel we read the label so you do not have to. Here is the rule for the next few minutes. Every single verdict comes from 3 things: the ingredient list as printed on the product, the independent evidence or the lack of it, and a real named comparison you can buy yourself today. No brand here is evil, and some of these expensive products are genuinely lovely to use. The question is never whether they work. The question is whether they work 15 times better than the $10 option, because that is exactly what the price is asking you to believe. Let us start the countdown. Number 5 is SK2 and its facial treatment essence, the bottle that fans call Miracle Water. It sells for around $185 for a small bottle. The hero ingredient is Pitera, which is simply SK2's trademark name for galactomyces ferment filtrate, a yeast extract left over from sake brewing. And here is the part the marketing skips over. That single ferment makes up roughly 90% of the entire formula. The rest is mostly water and preservatives. Now look at TOSRX galactomyces 95. It is built around the exact same galactomyces ferment at 95%, which is actually a higher concentration than SK2, and it costs about $20. There is no published evidence that SK2's version of the ferment outperforms the cheaper one. You are paying roughly 9 times more for the trademark in the frosted glass. Number 4 is SkinCeuticals and its famous C E Ferulic serum at around $182 for a single ounce. This one earns a little respect first. The formula was a genuine milestone: 15% pure vitamin C, 1% vitamin E, and 0.5% ferulic acid, a trio proven in a 2005 study to stabilize each other and protect the skin. The problem is that the patent on that formula has expired. So the identical trio now shows up in serums like Maelove Glow Maker for about $33 and Timeless Vitamin C for about $25. The board-certified dermatologist Dr. Maren Locke, who reviews products as the budget dermatologist, calls Maelove a great budget swap for the $182 option. Same actives, same concentrations, a small fraction of the price. Number 3 is Augustinus Bader and the Rich Cream at roughly $290 for a small jar. I want to be fair here because this brand has a better origin story than most. Professor Augustinus Bader is a real stem cell scientist, and his signature complex, called TFC8, grew out of genuine wound healing research for burn patients. But there is a gap between that research and the jar on the shelf. Independent, peer-reviewed studies on TFC8 for cosmetic results like wrinkles and firmness are thin. The company's own studies exist, but outside labs have not replicated them. Meanwhile, dermatologists reviewing the cream point out that its working ingredients are excellent but common, and that brands like CeraVe and La Roche-Posay deliver the same barrier support and hydration for a tiny fraction of the cost. You are paying $290 for a promising complex whose cosmetic proof is still mostly the founder's word. Number 2 is the Icon La Mer and Crème de la Mer. A single ounce runs about $200, and the larger jars climb well past $400. The legend is Miracle Broth, a fermented sea kelp blend. But read the ingredient list in order. After the algae extract, the very top of the list is mineral oil, petrolatum, and glycerin. In plain language, The base of this $200 cream is a rich blend of the same occlusive ingredients you will find in a jar of Vaseline and in drugstore barrier creams that cost a fraction as much. Petrolatum is a superb moisturizer. It reduces water loss from the skin by about 99%, the highest of any cosmetic ingredient. And that is exactly the point. According to an ingredient analysis citing a 2016 Cochrane review and a 2017 study in a major allergy journal, these basic occlusives perform as well as far pricier formulas for repairing the skin barrier. On top of that, there are no published independent trials of Crème de la Mer itself proving the miracle broth does anything beyond what that inexpensive base already does. And number one, the most expensive name on this list, is La Prairie and its Skin Caviar Luxe Cream. One jar costs around $440, and some products in the caviar line climb past $1,000. The entire pitch is caviar extract and a proprietary cellular complex. So here is the tell. On the printed ingredient list, caviar extract does not appear anywhere near the top. It sits well down the list, behind water, shea butter, glycerin, and almond oil, which tells you it is present in only a small amount. The ingredients actually doing the work, the ceramides, the hyaluronic acid, and the peptides, are the same well-understood ingredients you will find in moisturizers costing $10. There is no strong independent evidence that caviar extract firms or ages skin any better than those standard ingredients. With this jar, more than any other on the list, you are paying for the word caviar and a heavy glass lid. So that is where the money quietly leaks out. Now here are the 5 brands that actually earn it, the ones dermatologists reach for by name. First, CeraVe. It was developed with dermatologists, and it is built on 3 essential ceramides plus niacinamide and hyaluronic acid, the exact ingredients that repair the skin barrier. A jar of the moisturizing cream costs about $15. This is the barrier repair that La Mer's expensive base is quietly imitating. Second, La Roche-Posay. This French pharmacy brand is a dermatologist standard for sensitive and reactive skin. The Tolerion moisturizer and the Cicaplast Balm B5, a soothing repair balm, run around $15 to $20, and they carry the same ceramide and niacinamide science as the luxury jars, with a shorter and gentler ingredient list. Third, The Ordinary. This is the brand that broke the pricing game wide open, with single active ingredients sold honestly and cheaply. Its niacinamide is about $7. Its retinol, one of the most effective anti-aging actives you can buy without a prescription, is about $14. You pay for the molecule, not the myth. Fourth, Vanicream. If your skin reacts to almost everything, this is the safe harbor. It is free of fragrance, dyes, and common irritants, and it is packed with ceramides, squalane, and glycerin. Board-certified dermatologists recommend it constantly for sensitive and mature skin, and a large tub costs under $15. And fifth, the one that closes the loop, Maelove Glow Maker at about $33 is the vitamin C serum with the very same 15% vitamin C, E, and Ferulic trio as that $182 SkinCeuticals bottle. And it adds something this channel cares about deeply. It includes aloe vera and grapeseed extract to calm the skin while the vitamin C does its work. Now for the fact that should change how you shop forever. Estee Lauder, the company behind your $200 jar of La Mer, also owns The Ordinary, where the actives cost just a few dollars. L'Oreal, which owns the premium SkinCeuticals, also owns the drugstore heroes CeraVe and La Roche-Posay. The expensive brand and the cheap brand very often share the same parent company and the same underlying science. What changes is the jar, the story, and the number on the price tag. So the real luxury is not a $400 cream, It is knowing exactly what you are paying for. Read the first 5 ingredients. Ask for the evidence. And remember that one of the most effective and most affordable skin soothers on earth is the plant this whole channel is built on. Aloe vera sits quietly in a $15 bottle, while a jar of caviar cream charges you 100 times more for less. Worth it was never about the price. It was always about what is inside.